What's up, y'all? Back at it with another video. Really hope y'all are having a highly vibrational day. And let's get straight into it. But before we start, actually, I'm gonna need you to hit that like button. Only takes 2 seconds. Literally 2 seconds of your day. A 2-second action can help me so much. Help me so deeply. And it will help this video spread, get to as many people as possible. In about a week, I will be 20 years old. Yes, I'm getting up there. I'm becoming an old man, you know, in my 20s now. And I look back on my life, on my journey, on my 19 years of becoming a man. And I think, how badly did I F up? So if you are a teenager, or you know, you're 20 or 21, or I mean, if you're older than like 25, bro, I don't know what to tell you. Can't really help you. I ain't really on that level, that status yet. Haven't unlocked that prestige of life. You can hit my line in like 10 years when I say all the things that I messed up in my 20s. Basically, what you should do in your teens, mostly during high school. Number one, you have to figure out, what do you want to do in high school? Now, me, I was slightly slow, so I didn't really figure out what I want to do in high school till like the last 2 years. And I was like, oh, I kind of want to do this, and then I just threw myself off into college, right? That is not what you're supposed to do, actually. Who knew? You should actually decide what you want to do literally the first year. And if you haven't decided yet, well, at least you got 2 more years or 1 more year, depending on your level, how far along you are. Obviously, if you're like 20, 19, it's not like the end of the world. But the earlier you figure out what you want to do with your life, bro, the quicker you are actually on that path to accomplish those things. That's such an advantage if you're like 15 or younger than that even. That's one of the things you want to focus on during high school, is you want to figure out, what do you want to do? And what do you want to do should and will hopefully align with your actions. So if you want to go to college to become a doctor, well, you gotta study hard in school in order to reach that goal. You can't just F off in your studies and then think, oh, I'm gonna just magically become a doctor. Nah, that's not how it's gonna work. But say you don't want to become a doctor, say you want to become more of a entrepreneur or something that, you know, doesn't really require college education, then you should pass high school, get your diploma. But maybe you don't, you know, strive for A's and strive for, you know, B's. Maybe you just pass along with B's and C's, and you know, maybe a couple D's for classes you don't really care about. If you don't want to go to college, there ain't really nothing wrong with that. Why put your energy towards this? You put your energy towards the business that you want to do. Maybe you want to be a Supreme reseller or something like that. You can put your energy more towards that than putting your energy more towards school. So that's why you got to figure out. And that's why it's on number 1, is what do you actually want to do? Now this may change, of course, throughout your life, but it is a very important thing, and it will help the gears kind of start turning, and it will also put you on the path to accomplish that said thing. Number 2, start working out. Start working out. Okay, not only will this build discipline, if you follow this list, by the way, I just want to say, you will be so ahead of your peers, because no one in high school is thinking like this. No one in high school is thinking like this. The earlier you work out, literally the better, because you go through that newbie gains phase, and then after you go through those newbie gains phase, you basically you're basically like fighting for like 1 to 2 pounds of muscle every since then. So that's something you need to start in high school ASAP, immediately in your teenage years, is just start working out. And then if you watch my other video, which I recommend, why every man should work out, you already know I go into detail on this about how working out kind of separates you from the rest of the herd, because it helps you build that discipline, because you have a constant resistance training in your schedule and your regimen, right? So start working out. You're gonna need that discipline, and you're gonna look awesome. So why not? Number 3, still going into health, eating healthy. Now, not only does eating healthy is just good for you, but it helps you deal with stress and anxiety, which are 2 things that you're probably gonna feel a whole lot in high school. This is something I didn't do. Actually, I remember my last time eating a burger. It was a Steak and Shake burger. It was in high school. I remember that. So, no, I didn't eat super healthy in high school. And because of that, my mood was super shitty. Yes. So, how you feel is very closely correlated to what you eat. So, eat healthy because it's good for you and it helps you conquer your mood. When you're in a good mood, you think more positively. When you think more positively, you get more things done. I don't have to explain it. You know, every single one of these can be a video on its own, but I'm not trying to make this video like 20 minutes long, even though it's probably already going to be that. Now, I'm not a financial channel. I would never claim to be a financial channel until I like make hella bread. Then I'll probably be a financial channel. Maybe. Who knows? But learning financial literacy is very important because think about it. Most people don't know financial literacy. If you really think about it, 100 grand is only $200 a day. Now, what's crazy about that is that most people can't make $200 a day. I think 100 grand a year is actually like top 10% of earners, 5%, who knows. But the point is, most people aren't making that type of money because most people aren't financially literate. It is something they are not going to teach you in school. They barely teach you about history. You know, we ain't even gonna get into that. The point is, you gotta learn financial literacy. That's something that I actually did in high school, and oh my god, helped me out so much. Obviously, once again, I'm not a financial advisor. Obviously, I don't think y'all thought, oh, Dante's a financial advisor. I don't think y'all thought that, but my basic point is that you should check out channels like Graham Stephan and another dude who I forgot his name, but it'll probably be on the screen. Check out those channels. Those channels are great. Start saving and get a credit card. Boom. You can get a credit card when you're 18. Talk to everyone in high school. Literally talk to everyone. You know why you want to talk to everyone? Because you want to get a feel of everyone and people's emotions and how people act. Now, this might sound a little manipulative. But you want to kind of just understand how the human mind works and how others work. As a young kid, you obviously don't have a lot of information about that. But if you talk to damn near everybody in high school, I don't care. This is something I actually did kind of well. I was kind of cool with the nerdy kids, you can call them the jocks or whatever. As you know, in high school, it's not really like it's not like a movie or anything like that. There is no jocks, nerds, cool kids, cheerleaders. Like it's not really like that. Everybody's kind of like situated together. There are cliques and stuff, but anyways, I did talk to kind of everybody, had my own little clique, but I also talk to everybody. So that's kind of something you want to do. You want to get a feel of everybody, and because of that, I'm actually able to talk to whoever it is. Whether you are like a super smart person, super intellectual person, or you're more of like I like to play football or basketball, jock type person. Whoever it is, I can talk to. We have a conversation. That's something that I did very well, and it helped my communication skills out a ton. So you want to talk to as many people in high school as possible. I used to just talk to like the kid who like would be the most awkward, because what I found out is that the kids who are the most awkward and kind of like fidgety and shit, they were actually the smartest motherfuckers every single time. I swear to, if I put that on everything I love, I literally would go up to the kids who were like the most fidgety, the most awkward, and sometimes they kind of got a little too attached to me, and it kind of got a little weird. But yeah, I would go up to them, I talk to them, and they'd always be the most smart. Literally, always be the most smart. And then I'd also talk to the people who were like the more popular kids and stuff like that. They weren't that smart, but they were more socially aware. So you know what I did? Boom. Combine both of them. You can do that too, but you just gotta, put yourself out there. Number 8 on this list is shift through your toxic friends. Now, just because you're talking to everybody doesn't necessarily mean you have to be friends with everybody. Okay, so shift through your toxic friends. Your friends are doing really bad habits, like really bad drugs, or they're not focused on their ish, or they're not doing what they gotta do, or you just see they're not very bright in the future, and you have to you can't be too ruthless with this. You can't just be like, all right, cut off. You can't just cut off everybody. But you kind of got to ask yourself, you got to be honest, like, oh, this person kind of holding me back. Will this person hold me back in the future? That right there is a tough task, but you got to shift through your toxic friends, because if you want to fly, you got to be light, and you can't have others hold you down and hold you back. So ask yourself, who's toxic, who is helpful, and where can they align? Doesn't mean you have to just cut them off completely, but you gotta slowly separate yourself from toxicity, especially people who say things like, oh, I don't think you can do this. Maybe you go up to them with an idea and they're like, I don't think you can do it. Or maybe they don't have any ideas of their own. Maybe they, there's a couple things that can be a whole nother video on its own. But we gotta move on. 9, second to last on this list is appreciate your parents, appreciate your home, appreciate where you come from. Just start having gratitude, start appreciating things. This is gonna be a whole nother video on its own, but I actually do have a gratitude journal where I actually say everything that I'm grateful for. You gotta realize that since you are in high school, this is the last stage of adolescence in your life, and eventually you're going to be my age, where you're going to move out of your parents' house. So I'm going to move out very soon. And think about it, you've been living with your parents for all your life, and now you're going to go from living with them, seeing them every day, to like seeing them like 5 times a year or 10 times a year, really like 5 times a year at most, right? So the point really is to appreciate them. You're not gonna be here for all your life. Maybe you really do have the worst parents in the world. I think everybody likes to think, oh, I have the worst parents in the world. Maybe you do, but most likely, if you're average person, you don't, right? So appreciate what you got. They may not be woke, they may not be whatever, but they are going through their own human experience. They're of course going to dip into low vibrational traits and habits just like we do. Everybody does it. It's okay. Appreciate the good side of people, not the negative side of people all the time. When you appreciate the good side of people and you tell them their good side, they will exude more qualities of that good side. But don't let people treat you like crap at the same time. The last one, of course, is just enjoy your experience. This is a very structured list, so I don't want you to go too much in your head and, take yourself out of the experience, because it is a fun time. You want to have fun. You want to have as many, good friends as possible. The greatest thing that I got from high school was just the experience of going through high school, even the bad parts. I've dealt with some really crappy stuff in high school. Racist teachers, people didn't want to give me my driver's permit. People wanted to fail me in high school. They wanted to fail me in like math class and like all this stuff, man. It's so much bull crap, but I met some great people. I met some great friends, and I honestly appreciate my time being there, even though, it is kind of below the crap that we gotta do this for 4 years and it takes up so much life and stuff. Can't change the system yet, so we gotta do what we gotta do. We gotta shift around, we gotta move how we gotta move. But overall, man, appreciate your experience. Try to find some enjoyment out of it, and trust me, you will. Really hope y'all resonated with the words I spoke on. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next one. Much appreciated. Peace out.